It's me. We're on the way again. It's been a month about to the $1,100 underground Long Island tournament with $30,000 the first. It's actually $1,100 plus $300. A $300 last longer. A lot of you actually didn't know what a last longer was. It's basically just another tournament between just the players with no rake, but the difference is all the money goes to whoever wins. You could chop it all at some point, but there's no rake, so it's like a no-brainer. You get to pay another $300 and be a part of this player pool. And usually people will chop it when there's like 3 or 4 left that are in the last longer. Not everyone in the tournament's guaranteed to be in the last longer, but usually most people are. It usually adds like a decent bit to the prize pool, like 5 or 6K in this thing. And first it's usually like 20 to 25K, I would say. $1,400 tournament at the local underground club with the Skells of Long Island. Let's fucking get it. Let me just give you a little recap of the week I had. On Tuesday night on Club GG, I played a $550 150K and shipped it for $30,000. I'm also right now about to reg. My community Discord has made a poker club. We've been grinding every day. It's been a lot of fun. It's all fun. It's obviously real money, but very low stakes. We have a $35 tournament tonight. If you want to be a part of it, just join the Discord. Ask how to join. It's honestly, it's a fucking blast. So we have 25 cent, 50 cent PLO. I'll show you guys some hands. We have 50 cent $1 Hold'em, and we have double board bomb pots. Some people do like degenerate flips for $10, and we have a $35 tournament tonight. Be a part of the community. We all hang out in the call. We talk. We laugh about it. We laugh about the hands. Whatever. The hands are fucking insane. Okay, this is basically the second hand off the deck. We're in the small blind, still with about 55,000 chips in our stack. If you remember from the last vlog here, this is the only tournament in the world where they have a half big blind ante to start. So the blinds are 100, 200 with a 100 ante. Hijack opens to 600 chips. The button calls. We look down at ace 7 of spades. We also call, and the big blind calls 4 ways to a flop. The flop comes ace 8 3 all diamonds. We start off with a check. The big blind checks. The opener in the hijack puts out a bet for 1,200 chips. The button calls. We're not super comfortable here, but we're not going anywhere just yet with top pair, despite being multi-way on a monotone flop. So we put in the call, and the big blind folds. The turn is a good one. It's another ace. Ace of hearts. I don't think we can do anything but check here. The hijack checks again. The button thinks about it. He's going to be a common villain in this vlog, and he eventually also decides to check back. The river comes a brick, which we love to see. The 10 of hearts. I decided to bet out for 2,200 chips into about a pot of 5.5K or so. The hijack pretty quickly folds, and the button starts playing with his chips. He makes it look like he's about to put in a raise. He's about to fold, doing the whole game. Eventually, he calls. I turn over ace 7 of spades. He quickly mucks. About 30 seconds later, he looks at me and says, "That was a really good bet. I had a 10 and a big diamond." I said, thank you, sir. We're off to a good start. On to hand number 2. 62,000 chips in our stack, and the blinds are still at 100, 200, 100. The same villain from the last hand limps in the low jack, something he'll end up doing most of the night. We look down at ace 10-0, perfect hand to isolate the limper. We make it 800 chips or 4 big blinds. Folds back to him. He puts in the call. The flop comes queen 10 8 rainbow. He checks. I contemplate my options, think about his limping range, decide that ace 10-0 can probably go either way, and this time I decide to put in a check. The turn is a total brick and offsuit deuce full rainbow board. He puts in another check. I bet about 40% pot. I'll put the chip amount up on the screen. He very quickly puts in the call. River is a good card. It pairs the top card. It's another queen. And again, he very quickly checks. I consider my options. I think he pretty clearly has a worst 10. He has some 8x. He's going to obviously have some king jack and 9-7 suited and under pairs to the 8. I think all hands are pretty inelastic here, though, and willing to call a reasonable sizing. I still have, obviously, plenty of delayed c-bet river bluffs in my range. And I don't think there's really too many showdown-worthy hands of his that will fold here on the river. I put in a bet of 67 or 70% pot. Again, I'll put the chip amount here on the screen. He takes a couple seconds and folds. Again, he likes to tell me what he had. A few minutes later or so, he reveals that he had king 9-0 for the overcarding gutter on the turn. Interesting. We're off to a good start. On to hand number 3.
Andrew. So I just interrupted that video because just like the last time I played here, ironically, Soheb, the only other really established pro, is right on my left, and he starts to tell me a story to see if I saw the last 2 hands that were just played on my table, because I wasn't really paying attention, and they are fucking insane. So I get to share them with you guys now, thankfully, for him making me aware. The first hand, under the gun, opens off, like a 50K plus stack at 200, 400, 200. It folds to the low jack. He goes all in off 30K. The hijack, who was the villain in the last couple of hands, he's going to be a villain the entire night pretty much, decides to just call. I think it was a misclick. I think he went to shove all in himself, but he accidentally called the 30K, and it folds back to the opener, who also just calls the 30K. So there's a 3-way pot with 1 player all in. The other 2 have a decent bit behind. Flop comes jack high, like jack 4-3. The under the gun player acts first. He leads all in. The hijack, who accidentally called, folds ace king O face up. They both turn over. The under the gun player has queen jack, and the other guy that went all in for 30K at 400 big blind has ace king as well. And actually the turn was a king, and that guy ends up scooping. The very next hand, the same guy that just tripled up opens from the he must have been the hijack now, and the guy that had queen jack that led all in and lost 30K in the hand defends the big blind. The flop comes 8 high, like 8-3 deuce, and so he now has like 30K behind in his stack, and he leads all in into like a 4K pot for 30K, and the opener looks down at his cards, calls. The opener had pocket 9s. The guy that led all in for 6 or 7x pot has pocket 8s. Top set. He flopped top set, and I guess wanted to protect his hand and led all in. There wasn't even a flush or anything. So that's what we're dealing with tonight. 2 fucking insane fucking hands. Long Island underground scene is live and well. Poker is not dead over here. Now let's go back to the next hand that we get into.
Quick, we'll get right back to the video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I am giving away 3 entrants to a $55 tournament for just my community. We have a community home game that we've been running, and tomorrow night, Sunday, March 8th, or it might be tonight. I don't know when this video is coming out, but Sunday, March 8th, 7:15 p.m., we are running a tournament, and I'm giving 3 of you a free entry. Join the Discord to find out how to enter. Please join the fucking Discord. Don't make me ask again.
25. Pause. 25. Players all in.
Has gone completely off the rails. He's leading all in on flops. He's shoving pre-flop 5 or 6 times in just 1.5 to 2 orbits. When this hand, the biggest hand of the night, happens, the blinds are 500, 1,000, 500. We have about 45,000 in our stack, and we barely cover him when he decides to limp for the 100th time tonight in the hijack. We're in the cutoff with Queen 10 of hearts. We decide to isolate the limper to 3 big blinds. It folds to the big blind. He calls. The limper calls. We're going 3 ways to a flop. The flop comes gin, queen, queen 9 with 2 spades. The big blind checks. The hijack checks. We bet 25% pot, or 2.5 thousand chips. The big blind quickly folds. The hijack quickly decides to call. Turn is an offsuit ace. Good card. He checks again. I now decide to size up, setting up for that river shove to 8,000 chips. He takes no more than a few seconds and jams all in for 31.5 thousand more. We have about 33 or 34,000 in our stack. If we lose this, we are dusted. What do you do? What's he repping? What does he have? What's his limping range look like? I think it includes enough of the ace X of spades, king jack of spades, 10-8 of spades, jack 10. He's also going to have all the suited queen X from, queen 5 suited plus. Sure, he's going to show up with king queen and queen jack sometimes, but I would also expect those hands to do some flop raising. I think we have a slam dunk call. We don't take too long, although we do roll our eyes a little bit, understanding that this is not necessarily always the best situation to be in. We put in the call, and he turns over king, queen offsuit. He limped, he trapped. The river bricks out. We got the footage.
Covered, yeah.
No, you got chips. You got still chips over.
So, just like that. After a pretty smooth tournament, been kind of card dead for a couple of orbits or levels, we are suddenly knocked down to 4,500 chips. I've spun it up before. The nice thing of playing a big blind Annie format in a live tournament setting is that you get a free bunch of hands until your next big blind. Unfortunately, we were stone card dead with 4,500 chips. The blinds went up to 600, 1,200, 1,200. It's the first time that the big blind Annie is now a full Annie, and we find ourselves in the big blind. Now it folds all the way to the small blind. The same hero. I'm expecting to be all in for my touring life against the same guy I played against all night, but he gives me a walk with 2,500 chips behind. I get the walk, so I stay alive for another orbit, but not too long. 2 hands later, we look down at ace 7 offsuit in the cutoff. More than good enough, or the button, more than good enough to be putting our chips all in. And Soheb on our left isolates our 4,500 all in, or whatever it was. He has ace jack off. We have ace 7-0. We don't get there. GG. We're on our way home. And like that, that's another vlog, another loss at the underground jungle with the Long Island Skells. We'll get them next time. Minus 1,400. Tune in, subscribe, like, whatever. Join the Discord, giving away 3 buy-ins to a $55 community-only tournament tomorrow night. Or if you just want to play in the tournament, you got to join the Discord. It's the only way to do it. Let's go. Boom. Adios.